Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality, lovers of truth, wisdom, the esoteric path, lovers of irreverence and sarcasm, slayers of hypocritical, two-faced, backstabbing gobshites. It's a nice, quiet Monday morning. There are no gobshites, no noisy, snooty gobshites who moved in from Sydney, blabbering incessantly at the tops of their voices. Nice and quiet, which is just the way I like it. I thought it was time for this type of video again. Because it seems that for whatever reason, certain people on YouTube feel the need to attack MGTOW without really having any fucking idea what it is. And so, as I have done a few times every couple of months or so, I take it upon myself to fly the flag again. I don't usually, because it's, as I keep saying, and I will keep fucking saying, MGTOW is just one very small part, one very small piece of a huge, vast jigsaw puzzle. It's an important piece, but it is one very small piece. And so, by looking at everything in life, in your own life, in the world, in community, etc., 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 only through that one small piece, you're not going to get much of a holistic picture and perception, are you? But it is what it is. That goes with any ideology which becomes... what's the word I'm looking for? Turned into any kind of fundamentalism. For the past few decades it was feminism. And look at what happened there. And but I will begin by... Yes, pardon my morning voice clearing of my throat. MGTOW is nothing more than a natural, logical reaction to one thing in life, namely the fake feminism narrative that so many modern women have allowed themselves to be mindlessly brainwashed with. You know, the fake strong, empowered woman narrative. But then they're looking around seeing that no man is approaching them anymore because their standards are so incredibly through the stratosphere that no good, kind, honest, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth man is good enough, ever. And so, because the very, very small percentage of men that they actually do want can afford, well, the most gorgeous women in the world and the classiest women in the world, why would they go for these mouthy, tattooed, pierced, drunken, misandrist, promiscuous Shrek creatures? And of course, now these women are looking around saying, they're not taking accountability or responsibility for their own actions. By the way, they're asking, what's wrong, men? Well, nothing's actually fucking wrong. It's you, not us, right? All many of us have done is quietly go our own way. But, my fuckers, there are still people who feel the need to attack MGTOW, even though they have no fucking idea what they're talking about, because one person from the drama smith that they can't stand, somewhere along the line sort of tried to become part of the MGTOW community, even though that was unsuccessful. And so, because they have an issue with this person now, they're going to paint MGTOW with the same brush that they paint this person because they hate him so much, right? Yeah, I know people on YouTube are that stupid, which is why recently I've actually disconnected totally and gone my own way, and I feel for the past couple of days I've felt a lot fucking better. And I wouldn't go back if you paid me thousands of dollars a week. But yeah, there's a. I'm going to name names today because I'm really tired of this shit, and it's my duty as a monk of 14 years to come to the defense of men that I've actually come to know during the last 3 or 4 years and realize what good men they are. So yeah, you don't get to do that. So here I am, defending MGTOW again. Now there's a channel called Crafton and Kim. Now they're fixating on an individual whose YouTube name is Lichen Theory, and for drama reasons that I really won't go into because I couldn't be fucked, to be honest. Life's too short. They absolutely hate his guts and vice versa and whatever, and so they've gone back to his early days online and found videos which they perceive as MGTOW themed videos and say, oh yes, he has the same kind of hatred as MGTOW and it's a hate group. It is nothing of the fucking sort. We don't hate women. We are not, let me make this blatantly clear, we are not PUA, and one of the reasons why I stopped using the name MGTOW is because these mindless PUA cunts have infected this group and want to get as much money from these groups of men as they can. While saying, oh, I'll show you how to pick up women and be a total fucking mindlessly rutting cunt. And get a woman's hopes up, whatever, and then fuck her and then totally ignore her existence. Well, that makes you a total cunt in my eyes. And that's not what MGTOW does. I've actually lost online friends by kindly reminding them that MGTOW is not PUA. For those who don't know, PUA is pickup artist. You know, pump and up, the pump and dump crowd. That's not what real MGTOW is. If you're going to be MGTOW, you're going to be a monk. That's just the truth of it. MGTOW is simply removing oneself quietly from the whole totally lopsided dating game and quietly going your own way, doing your own thing, focusing on improving and enjoying your own life. Nothing more, nothing less. And so when people have a problem with that and talk out of their backsides, yeah, I'm going to have a fucking problem with that. Especially when the above-mentioned Lichen Theory has had a very, very less than positive attitude towards MGTOW traditionally, right? Take some of the purple pill, take some of the blue pill and the red pill and make it purple pill. Well, yeah, that's called cherry picking. It's like having a feminist hating men and being misandrist and strong, empowered women, blah, 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 liberated, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, liberated from being the most important person in the household, right? Keeping the family together and nurturing. Yeah, you're really shackled there, right? For fuck's sake. And, so you got these blue, purple-haired fucking gobshite, mouthy gobshites. It's actually, when these fat, ugly women become feminists, they're actually doing the male population a favour, right? But anyway, that's a whole different issue. That's a whole different video. So they want that. They want to bash men and this and that, and men are responsible for the worst thing in the history of the fucking world. Even though we weren't fucking even there. But on the other hand, they want chivalry and to be treated like a lady and all the rest of it. Yeah, that's called cherry picking. That's the same as this purple pill concept. You want some of what the so-called red pill MGTOW philosophy offers, but then you also want to be a pussy begging simp. Well, I'm sorry. No, it's one or the other. You can't have both. Right? No, you want to date. You want to keep dating, but with red pill knowledge. No, you don't get to do that. That doesn't work. Which is why I always speak against this infantile, the Matrix, silly red pill, blue pill thing, because life doesn't work that way. All people are multi-levered, complex, wonderful human beings. Infinite awareness inhabiting a current meat bag. Regardless of what genitalia that meat bag is or what colour that meat bag is. We are not our meat bag. The meat bag is our current vehicle. And I really fucking wish people would fucking understand that, because it would make life so much fucking easier. And especially when people label MGTOW, yeah, pardon my 14-year-old teenage boy word that I'm going to use now, that I'm going to quote, MGTARDs, right? And blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm sorry, but no. We are not in the habit of treating women like absolute garbage. We're in the habit of realizing that the whole system, which has been purposely created thus, to keep us all dividing and fighting and conquering and focusing on each other instead of focusing on what those sociopathic cunts are doing to the planet and nations and communities and humanity by making everything so fucking expensive. And it's only going to get worse. And then suddenly, in a few years, they're going to come along and say, oh, well, yeah, everyone in the world is suffering. Every, real person who's not a multimillionaire or billionaire, right, is suffering and can barely pay the fucking rent, let alone the electricity. Oh, here's a solution. The 2030 agenda, right? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. But that's a whole other thing. But of course, part of that, of course, is the woke movement, with purposely destroying entertainment and all traces of culture and making people brain dead and stupid and taking away people's ability to focus on one thing more than fucking 30 seconds and making people bored and having the attention span of a goldfish, thereby being unable to see how clever that is? Evil but clever. Preventing people's ability to intake important information by making them brainwashed by these techniques through the use of social media and apps and Facebook and all the rest of this shit, and getting that fix of what's the chemical name? Dopamine. Every time you get a like or a comment on your post, thus seeking your own little validation because you've been told all your life for the past fucking since literalist Christianity became a thing, how worthless and pathetic we are, and we need some external agency to give us worth, right? So that's that part of it. But when you have the above-mentioned channel attacking the above-mentioned person for reasons known only to both of the parties, which I have no fucking interest in whatsoever, and then thus bringing MGTOW into it, yeah, I'm going to have a problem with that. I'm going to have a problem with that. Because once upon a time, you may have remembered I mentioned the fake life coach. And when he left, his relationship went up in smoke, and so he left YouTube for a little while. And of course, certain people from this sort of drama addict group decided to fixate on me for a while. One of them in particular, this mouthy Abrahamic gobshite, who decided to release a video called I've got a photographic memory. I remember all of it, right? I just chose to forgive certain behaviours from certain people way back then, right? And be cool with certain people. Even now, right? But he decided to release a video called Question for Riff Mogos, my original channel. And of course, I wasn't going to watch a video and then get sort of sucked into perpetual drama because he couldn't get his fix from the fake life coach anymore. I don't roll that way. And all he had to do was, he had a question, talk to me, right? Send me a message, send me an email, talk to me. And of course, I responded, and I purposely changed the spelling of dummies to D-U-M-B-I-E-S, because of course, dumb, right? D-U-M-B, logically, dummies. Dumbies. And of course, Logan Theory seemed to feel the need to remind me, even to this very day, by saying, "Oh, Riff, Dumbies," right? And thereby sort of obliquely sort of calling me an idiot. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, but yeah, I remember that your response video too, but I forgave that, didn't I? And looked past it, and we were cool, and are cool, right? But when these people who are all these people, all these different subgroups and subsects of this drama sphere, it's incredible to behold as an outsider. It's incredible. It's an amazing view into human behaviour. It really is. It's incredible. And some gobshite left a comment on my Riff Muggles channel asking if I'm dating a certain someone connected to this group who releases book reviews and blogs or whatever. And I saw that and I thought, what? Are people spreading lies about me even though I have nothing to do with anything? And was brutal with the truth to all parties concerned, right? Yeah, I didn't sort of mindlessly follow the dictates of Lycan Legion. I danced to the beat of my own drum. I always have and I always fucking will. I enjoyed talking to the people in the live chat. There are some really wonderful people in there, unfortunately caught up in all this fake fuckery that drama junkies seem to need like a drug. Life is short, people. Life is precious. Time is precious. To waste on such useless online fuckery. And as I said, because I've come to know many of these guys during the last 4.5 so years, I know what these guys are like, and no one gets to attack them on my watch, right? All these men want is to be left alone and to gather somewhere online and talk to other men who have had similar issues and have been divorced, raped, and fuck knows what else by the system purposely skewed against them at the moment. Because, of course, we're living in an era... No, I don't care what people think of what I'm about to say. I really don't give a fuck. We're living in an era where beloved books, film, TV franchises are redone and all the main characters are turned into black women for whatever fucking reason. So you've got Vikings Valhalla, where Jarl Harkin is now a black woman instead of a Scandinavian man, right? It's incredible. Robin Hood now is going to be a black woman. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Can you not find your own mythologies and your own stories to create anew? No, you can't, because you people have no fucking imagination, which is why now you're trying to destroy and denigrate and shit upon Professor Tolkien's immortal, glowing legacy. And you don't get to do that because we're not Star Wars fans. You're not going to... Look at the Star Wars fans. I love Star Wars, but I'm primarily... If you can ask me to choose between the two, I will always be a Tolkien fan first. Look what they did with the Blandalorian, right? I fucking hate that show. I don't know why they think that's good Star Wars. You people have no fucking idea. And so they gave... a really badly CGI rendered young Luke Skywalker, and everyone lost their shit. Everyone was having a fucking orgasm, and one of these gobshites was even crying. Right? So Disney then knew if you dangle an all-important cameo, right, appearance, they're just going to have a good fucking wank and gobble it all up and beg for more crappy content. No, we're Tolkien fans. We don't roll that way. We are brutal in our defense of the professor's work. And you don't get to do that. And just like here, you don't get to attack a group of people that have actually come to know and you people have no fucking idea about. No, you don't. And you won't while I live. Right? People I have asked in the past why I've been a monk for so long. Well, as I said, I look around and... living in Australia, and I've looked around for the past 10 years and said to myself, you know what, no thank you. And there are wonderful women out there, and if you happen to find an old-fashioned girl who actually does love and care for her man, and spoils her man, makes her happy to spoil her man, hang on to them. Because they're very few and far between, and most of them are happily taken or married for many, many years. They do exist. But it's purely by chance that you're going to come across one. And if you do, yeah, hang on to them. Because they are very, very rare. They don't play these little silly games. A man needs to do this and a woman needs to do that. And all these fucking masculine channels now give you a set of rules of what you should be doing. Who fucking died and made you the masculine law keeper? Fuck off. And that goes for all these masculine channels. Strong, successful male, whatever the other one's called, male tribe, whatever it's called. These little fucking rules, and men need to do this and women need to do that. No, it doesn't work that way. Wake the fuck up. Life's short. And for fuck's sake, people, stop creating constant, perpetual drama, because it's really getting fucking old. Enough people around are feeling negative about the increase in their bills and wondering about how they're going to afford things if things are going to get even more expensive. So cut the shit and actually find fucking happiness in your lives. It's not fucking difficult. Oh, and to be brutally honest, no, I am not dating anyone on YouTube. Thank you very much. For fuck's sake. If you want to ask what I'm doing, come and talk to me first. Okay? And people wonder why I go lone wolf. You're kidding, aren't you? Fuck. There's only one person I could truly count on. They're listening to this right now. You know who you are. And fuck the rest. And to you guys who happen to deal with this shit as well, don't worry. There are people like myself who actually have your back. Fuck them. Yeah, to speak the truth is a lonely path, but a very rewarding one. The brutally honest, heathen hammer-wielding, hypocritical gobshite slaying, lone wolf, proudly lone wolf on guitar, 8.